Huh?
The time is
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Oh, test. Yes. Yep.
Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor. The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big. Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor. The house for I.
Thank you. Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Thank you for another episode of International Sports Network. Think big, play big, trade big. Hey, tonight we want to do something a little special. We're out here at VAR 37, right off of 10th Street and Business 83.3. It's a beautiful place. You want to come out here and watch some sports, have some good wings, and have a good time, man. This is the place to be. We really appreciate it. Thank you, VAR 37 and MCR Insurance. We appreciate your support. Make sure you see Priscilla with all your insurance needs. Appreciate you guys. Hey, tonight we want to touch base on a special event. In fact, it's the sixth annual Next Gen 14U All Star Game. We've got a bunch of great kids that we've been working with on the West Side, and we were going to come back in a little bit and introduce some of them and one of the coaches and ask them how their experience has been through practice time, getting ready for this game, and what their future plans are. So thank you. We'll be back in a minute.
Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor. The house for ISN live shows. Think big.
Hey guys, welcome back. Right next to us here, we got the Beast, Olaf, and then we've got a young man next to us by the name of Jaden. I'm going to let him introduce himself, but believe this young man went to DS Junior High School in Hidalgo, Texas, and he'll be one of our premier running backs for this All Star game. Jaden, how you doing this evening? Hey, Pop, go ahead and introduce yourself, full name, position, where you go to school, where are you going to go to high school? So does he need to speak a little loud? No, it's good. All right, good. I apologize. All right, so no, that's awesome. I know you're planning. I guess once you're done with junior high this semester, correct? You'll be off to the Hidalgo High School, right? Be a pirate. You ready for that? All right, great. So I wanted to ask you what the Next Gen Bowl means to you. Hey, man, we appreciate you going out there, and I know it hasn't been easy because you've dealt with a bunch of coaches you've never been around before, and I know we're a little different, being old school. What is the experience attending practices and working with the coaches out there? How's that been for you? That's good to hear. Appreciate you, man. I know you're a good kid, and I also want to ask you your goals for high school, and if you have any aspirations of playing after high school. That's great. And what are your goals for as a freshman coming in? Are you looking at starting, becoming a starter your freshman year, or taking a backup role and learning the system? Sounds good. Do you have any questions for Jaden?
I do. How do you like that you're graduating, that you're going to high school now? How do you I did this new bowl on Friday? How do you looking forward after all this? No? Yeah, how he's saying it's gonna be it's a graduation, and I say it because for my son's the flagger, and now he's gonna be tackle, and he's excited to go to tackle. So it's the same thing, kind of, when you go to high school. Because I played middle school soccer, and when you go to high school, it's total different level.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different ball game. You guys have been playing 13, 14 year olds. Now you're going into high school. These guys are gonna be 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. So the physicality of the game goes up, and you got to be prepared for that. What have you been doing to prepare for that? Man, we appreciate you being on. Thank you. We're looking forward to Friday night, 7:30. We'll be at the Brownsville Sports Complex versus the East at the Next Gen Bowl, sixth annual. Jaden, appreciate you. Thank you. We'll be back in a minute. You want to cut it? Sorry about that, guys. We're still getting used to this. We're excited about being out here at VOD 37 and having the boys out here. And we're going through a little few things that we're trying to get worked out. So be patient with us, and we'll get rocking and rolling here. All right, good. So who do we have with us here? Matthew. How you doing, Matthew? Good, man. How you excited for the game this week?
I'm super excited.
Great. That's good to hear. You better be. I'm gonna be on your butt.
Is he annoying at that practice?
I'm not. You don't mind this old man, old school mentality? There you go. There you go. You got it, brother. Hey, I did want to ask you. So, what junior high you at right now? What position you play, and where are you going to go to high school?
I'm at Austin School right now. I'm in Ready Mech, and as of right now, I'm going to PSJ first.
PSJ Bear. You're going to be an OSO. Man, when I was at TCU, we had a gentleman by the name of Sam the Bear Ramirez. Yeah, that was a big boy. He played at PSG High. Himself and myself, when we were here at high school, we were recruited and went to TCU. So he was a hell of a football player, man. Look him up. He'll be there. He's in the history of the Bear. So let me ask you this. So the Next Gen Bowl, what does it mean to you right now to be a part of this sixth annual event?
A lot to me because I get to represent my town and I get to play with a lot of athletes.
Okay, that's work. And your experience in attending, practicing, and working with these old school coaches, how has it been?
I mean, it's been amazing because I get to learn all these different coaching styles and even some of the athletes have taught me
The who?
some of the athletes.
Oh, there you go. That'll work. Hey, that's when you know you have an open mind and you're willing to get better. I like that. And let me ask you this: your goals for high school. What are your goals, and are you looking at playing at the next level after high school?
I want to keep extending in my academics and keep putting in more teams because right now I wake up at 5 a.m. every day to work out.
So you're getting up at 5 a.m. That's nice. That's awesome. You going to the gym? Are you running? How many times a week?
5 times
Wow. Are you doing this on your own, or are you going with somebody?
I do it by myself. Sometimes
Yeah.
I like to do it with my friends, but if they can't make it, I still do it by myself.
Wow. I commend you for that because that's the mindset that you need to play at the next level because that's what they're going to do to you.
Yeah.
So to be prepared now at your age is great. I commend you for that. Same thing I did when I was in high school. 4:30 in the morning, 3 days a week. 5:30 the other 2 days
Yeah.
during school. So I commend you. That's awesome, man. With that type of attitude, you're gonna have a lot of possibilities, Papa. Appreciate you.
I mean, even when I get the chance to go to camps in like Houston, San Antonio, I go to them.
It's good. That's how you get better. You learn. Listen to those coaches.
Yeah.
You know, keep an open mind, and then you put things that work together for you. Right? You don't have to do everything they put out there, but you feel it. You try it out for yourself, and then the things that work for you, you put it together, and then you have something that you call your own.
Yeah.
That's great. I appreciate you, Mom. Thank you. All right.
Thank
We
you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So we've got another young man that's going to join us. Uh, Coach, let's go with Bear. Bear, put your butt over here. Oh, sorry, guys. I forget I'm mic 24/7. Olaf, you got to tell me not to do that.
But that's a normal thing for me.
Hey, so I don't know if I should call you Bear or not. I don't think you've really earned the name Bear. So we're going to call you Osito,
Okay.
Little Bear.
Tiny.
Hey, so give us your full name, where you go to junior high right now, and what high school you'll be attending.
My name is Christian Marin. I go to Morris Middle School. I plan to go to McAllen High School. And what was next? What was the question?
What position do you play?
Oh, I play offensive tackle and offensive guard.
Just like a lineman. That's awesome. Hey, so what does the Next Gen Bowl mean? Being a part of the sixth annual, what does it represent for you?
What it means to me, it means really a lot because it helps me be prepared for like what I'm going to face in high school.
Okay. What else?
Yeah, it's
So
really helps me get prepared.
how are you taking working with these old school coaches and their practices and not knowing what to expect while we're on the field?
Is he annoying?
I mean, he does get on my butt a lot.
Because my son is like all the time. He's like, "Oh, you coach." What was it? One of the little boys, right?
Yeah.
Right, and he's like, "You coach her. You gotta do what you gotta do. Stop turning around." So my son's 7 years old, and he hears it left and right. So how's it feel?
It's not that bad. He just tells me to make sure he doesn't cross my face. And, yeah,
That's all.
he does me a lot more too.
So that's all I thought. That's all. That's all you've learned. Not to let anybody cross your face.
No, I learned a lot more.
I'm just messing with you, Pop. So, how about your goals for high school? Are you looking at trying to be a starter your freshman, your sophomore year, and what position do you want to play at high school? And what are your goals for after high school?
Yeah, I would want to start in high school, and I would want to play offensive center because we need a center and we don't got one, and I think I'm the right fit for it.
So you have good enough feet to play center?
Yeah,
You think so?
yeah,
Well, you're gonna have to show them out there.
yes, sir.
So what are you doing right now other than our practices for next gen? And I know you go to training. You're training with a hell of a guy. I know him well. And outside of that, what are you doing?
What I'm doing, eating. At least being honest, coach.
Typical lineman answer, right?
I'm telling you.
I'm eating.
Yeah,
What are you eating?
bunch of chicken, bunch of food. But I do lift though to get stronger though.
Well, I'm proud of you that you're eating all your food, all your vegetables. No hot Cheetos.
Oh no, I don't know.
Okay, all right, good.
No,
But you
full
got
protein, full on protein.
you got half the battle done if you're not eating any hot Cheetos.
No, I don't got Cheetos.
Uh, so, what are your aspirations for college? You looking at playing college?
Yeah, I would want to play college football. I really want to play for the Vaqueros or the Longhorns. That would be really fun to play with.
Well, moving up to high school, are you going to still be 14 or 15 when you get to high school?
I'll be turning 15.
15. So, once you get to that level, you're playing guys that are going to be 1, 2, even 3 years older than you. So, are you feel that you're prepared for that? Because
Yeah, I'll be
going to college, there's going to be guys that are going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 years older than you.
That's what I got to do.
The physicality of it, the size is going to be different. So your mindset has to be already prepared or ready to take that on. What are you doing to do that?
I know I know I'm not gonna always be the biggest guy on the field, so that's why I always try to train to get stronger and learn the technique, so I don't get beaten by the guys who are 5'3", all like a lot year older than me.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with being beat as long as you learn from it and you get better from it.
Yes.
Right? Because we're not all perfect. We're gonna make mistakes, but as long as you understand that when and if you make a mistake, that you know how to correct it and you get better for it. Right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Hey, appreciate you, Christian. Thank you for coming on the show, and we're looking forward to watching you on Friday night, 7:30, at Brownsville Sports Park, East versus West, in the 6th annual Next Gen Bowl. And you better not let me lose my cool.
I'm gonna dominate, coach.
All right, sounds good. All right, Bubba. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Y pasión y sabor. The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Y pasión y sabor. The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big.
Is it my phone? No.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Ready? All right, hey, welcome back, guys. We appreciate you uh, listening to what we got tonight. Next on, we have a young gentleman that plays quarterback for the West, for Next Gen, and we'd like to him to introduce himself. Hey, Pop, give us your name, your position, junior high, and high school that you'll be attending. Where are you going? High school? Where? Bobcats. Oh, I like that already. I like this kid. Um, so let me ask you this: being out there with some of these old school coaches and their mindset, what has it brought to the table to you? You know, I know it's new to you guys. So what do you think you've gotten out of it, and have you enjoyed being out there?
I mean, I've joined every second I've been out there. I mean, I've learned a lot, especially from you. Like you're really old school, and I really like that.
Kind of annoying, huh?
Kind of,
I'm going to take that as a compliment since I was only 14 years old, and for a 14-year to say that, that says a lot. Because just the other day, a 10-year-old did something to me that I cannot mention on TV. But you know what I told him? I said, "Hey, that's okay, because I got you for 2 hours next week." And then his face changed. So hey, no, that's awesome, man. We love having you out there. We really appreciate you putting up with us and attending the practices like you have and getting ready for this Friday night. So, what does Next Gen mean to you? Being a part of the sixth annual, where in the past, a lot of these boys that have participated in the last five have gone on to start on varsity, and I believe the first and the second generation are playing collegiate football. So, what does it mean to you?
I mean, it means a lot to me. I mean, it means a lot because like I get to go out there and just show off like all my talent to all these high school coaches and everything.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity because you're going to have your freshman high school coaches, your varsity coaches that the school that you're going to go to going to be watching that game, whether it's live or streaming. So they get a taste of what's coming up. So it gives you the opportunity to showcase what you can actually do before you get to high school. You know, so I think that's a great opportunity, and we appreciate you being out there. So as far as your goals for high school, and after high school, what are they? What are you looking at being trying to think of the right word here, be the quarterback on scout team? You're looking at starting as a freshman, JV, and then after that, what are your aspirations?
I mean, I'm looking to play JV as soon as I go in. But honestly, I'll just be happy to just like even get a chance to play.
Okay, being a quarterback, you know, you've got to be outside the center. You and the center have to be some of the two smartest guys on the football field. You know, on the defensive side, it's a linebacker, middle linebacker. So, what have you done to make yourself better and prepare yourself for that?
I mean, how can I say this? I don't know. I mean,
So, what do you do in school
work,
to make a good grade?
homework, just doing my assignment.
Yeah. There we go.
And that one word I'm looking for, study. There you go. Yeah, because you got to study your plays. You got to study those schemes. You got to study the defense that you're going to go against that next week, right? So you're prepared. You know, I want you to do something. Look at some of the videos on Tom Brady. You know, sometimes the teams they played, he knew their defense better than their defense knew their defense because that's how much work, studying, watching film, breaking down film that he did to play at the highest level. And I don't think, this is my opinion, I don't think there's a quarterback in the country that's any better than that man. When you can win 7 Super Bowls, says a little something. So if you want to get ahead of the game, I think he's probably the perfect guy to listen to his videos, to his talks, and listen to what he has to say because I think that can elevate you. I think you have a lot of talent, and if you mix that with studying and working your position, I think you can do some good things, man. We're very fortunate to have you on the team. We appreciate you, and we're looking forward to watching you ball out Friday night, 7:30, Sports Brownsville Sports Complex, Next Gen Bowl 6.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Pop. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Can we call you Curly?
If you want to.
Hey, I want you to introduce yourself, mijo. So give us your full name. Oop, excuse me. Hold on just a minute. Give us your full name, position, and school that you high school you'll be attending, and the junior high that you're at right now.
So my name is Aniki Mendoza, and I'll be attending Austin Middle School for right now, like as my education, and I play as a free safety and strong safety. And for now, I'll be attending PHA Bears High School.
They're also. Ooh, I don't know about like I don't know about that. We were rivals back in the day when there was only one high school per city. Those were crazy times. We beat the poop out of everybody all the time, each other. So, hey, what what does next gen mean to you?
Next gen, it means like for me to show off like my capabilities and like what I'm able to do and show off what I can do for the coaches, like people above, like in high school varsity coaches, or maybe in college coaches to see what I got to show them and like prove that I can do something and be like an add-on to their defense.
What have you been doing outside of practicing? And do you play other sports?
I do play as of right now basketball.
Basketball? Great, that's awesome. Coaches always like to see that. I know when myself and other guys that I know being recruited, that's one of the first things that college coaches ask is, "Do you play another sport?" They want to see that versatility. It's great to get better at one sport, but to have the different motor skills that it takes to play another sport just helps you that much more. So that's awesome, man. How you doing in basketball?
I'm doing pretty good. I've been averaging around like 4 points, and I've been getting a bunch of blocks and steals, helping on mostly on the defense, on the offensive side, but on the defensive side. So yeah,
So you playing point? You're playing point or wing?
post.
Post?
I'm
Oh, they got you a post. Okay, cool, man. That's good. So you're in the trenches, man.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, sounds good. Now, also your goals for high school. What are your plans? Going in as a freshman, what do you think it's going to take to be able to start as a freshman, or even have an opportunity to move up to the JV?
So I've been me personally. I think I'll be needing to definitely bulk up, get bigger for obviously the high school players. Because if you compare us to them, they're definitely bigger in weight size and like everything else. But if I'm gonna be honest, I want to be able to be a freshman on varsity or even just be able to suit up. But if I could start on JV, that would definitely be one of my biggest accomplishments so far. But I think it is possible I could do it with all the training I've been doing in the off season.
That's going to take a lot of work, outside of just what you're doing now. So what do you have? What plans do you have in your outside of school and anything else that you do, whether it's training with somebody or training on your own? What kind of regimen you're going to look at doing? What are you going to say? Are you going to work out early in the morning, twice during the day?
So I've been working out on like I've been trying to fit in going out to the Bears varsity coaches and working out with them in the weight room. Like on Wednesday after school, I'm gonna be working out with them and so far every Wednesday and after school after basketball practice I've been trying to fit in some weight room and some running and explosiveness with plyometrics to help me get faster and more explosive to help me compete with other players on the field to show them what I can do. So if I'm able to
Good to hear. That's that type of mindset, is going to get you and take you far, because that's what you're going to need for that next level. Because everything's about the mindset and what you're willing to do to play at a high level. You know, so that's great. We appreciate you. We're excited about watching you Friday night, and hopefully I won't pull out whatever hair I have left. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Sure.
So you
Some
want
good,
to
some good athletes,
take a
coach.
quick break, and we'll come back with one more player and one of our other coaches with the next Gen Bowl.
Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. VAR 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor. The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big.
Yes, hey, welcome back, guys. We appreciate you. Again, we're coming live from VAR 37, right here off of Business 83 and North 10th Street here in McAllen, Texas, man. It's a beautiful place, good food, good times, man. These big screen TVs, Olaf, are just great, man. I love this.
No,
Perfect place to watch a Super Bowl.
like, yeah, coach. When I came for the first time, just that when you walk in, it's very clean. The food is good. Everything there's stuff over there for kids. You know, you have a little playground. It's just comfortable to
Yeah, no, I like this. I've never been here. So as soon as I walked in, man, I took it in and I really liked it. It's a nice place. And like I said again, if you're looking at going somewhere for the Super Bowl, and this would be an awesome place to do it. So hey, we got a gentleman here before he leaves us. We're gonna get him on here.
He's
Now,
been free.
this is the youngest version of Conrad Dobler, the offensive guard for the almighty St. Louis Cardinals back in the day. First thing I told you, Conrad, didn't I, when I saw you?
You did.
Yes, I did. So, hey, Pop, we appreciate you coming on. So, give us your full name, your position, and what junior high you're on, and what high school you're going to.
Does that include my middle name?
Sure, if you'd like to go out there and try to pick up a date. Yeah.
My full name is Conrad Aaron Calvillo, and I go to Raul Izaguirre Middle School, and I play center and guard. And the high school I'm going to, it really depends on what I want to choose, but it's between the PSGA Bears and the McAllen Memorial Mustangs.
Okay, do you have any NIL deal going on right now?
No. I'm just saying because I don't know, because it's closer to home,
Sure.
and then there's a good football.
No, I'm just messing with it. No, I don't. Yeah, it has to be what's going to fit good parents and your situation. So either school is going to be a great school to go to. Yeah, they got some really awesome coaches. That's good to hear. So what I do want to ask you. So what does the next Gen Bowl mean to you? Being a part of the 6th annual, knowing that the guys in the past, you know, some of them are playing college ball, some are starters in high school. So what is it to you?
Damn, I don't even know. But for being the 6th annual, that's a really big accomplishment I did on my part to come and try out and with other guys to compete. And I feel like that me and the guys this year could take on the East and win.
And that what you said what I wanted to hear. That's for sure. Now to do it, that's another thing. You going to?
So
All right, that sounds good to me. So, and that go leading into this question. So, what is it? What is the experience been attending these practices and dealing with us old school Cardinals, old coaches?
I really feel like that. I really feel like that what y'all put on us has really made us work to where we want to be right now. So we can beat the East by a significant amount.
Oh my God, you're putting it out there, man. Thank you. I know. He's putting all the pressure on. Did you hear that, guys? He just put us out there. Says we're gonna win by a significant amount. Oh my God! Thanks a lot. Appreciate you, Conrad. Hey, let me ask you this. So, what was it like when you first met me, and we got on the offensive line, and I screamed your name out the first time? How did that make you feel?
I really felt like that you cared for me, because as an offensive lineman, when someone screams at you, it really makes you feel like that the coach really knows that there's something in you, and like that you have something special.
You feel good. It was positive for you. Well, good. I'm glad that you took it that way because I thought maybe you were gonna not show up the next day.
Yeah, no. If actually coach does something and it corrects you, he's doing it for the right reasons.
Well,
He's not picking on you. He's just the way he is, but he's doing it for the right reasons, and he wants you to succeed. And I see it with my son. So
I only know one way, and that's trying to do it the best way to achieve the highest level at a consistent level. And there's only one way to do that, right? To work, mindset, work ethic, and that's all I'm trying to instill in you guys, because you guys are special boys. You're out there for a reason, and we appreciate you. I have another question for you. So, what's your aspirations, your goals for high school? You're going to be coming in. Are you going to be still 14, or are you going to be 15 when you start high school?
When I go to high school, I'm gonna be 14.
So you're going to be 14. So that means there's going to be guys that are going to be up to 4 years older than you. So what are you doing to prepare for that?
Right now right now, as of right now, right now it's cold, obviously. So this off season, once we're done with the next Gen Bowl, I know it doesn't matter, but once the next Gen Bowl is done, I'm gonna go with my dad and put in the work with the weights, and then come with you for my lineman forward. Yeah.
You ready for that? You ready for old school? Okay. Then I'm excited, man. We'll get you out there and make you work. All right. We appreciate you. We're excited about seeing you out there Friday night under the lights, 7:30, Brownsville Sports Park, 6th annual Next Gen Bowl. Let's take care of business. All right, Paula. Thank you. Appreciate you.
appreciate it.
Hey, we're going to have a gentleman here that joined us on the coaching staff of the West, and that's Coach Rodriguez. We'd like to bring him forward, ask him a few questions, ask him what he feels, how we've gone about through our practices to where we got to this point. Come on up, Coach. How you doing, young man?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good, good. So tell us a little about yourself, Coach. Full name, the organization that you coach for, and now working with us. How is that done for you?
I'm Armando Rodriguez. I coach for the STX Gladiators, previously with Ed Couch, also Little Jackets as well in Taifa. I made the jump to Texas Sports with Mr. Ledesma. Gave me a shot. He didn't know who I was, and ever since then it's been put a win-win-win. Not to state, but we've gotten some good wins. We turned that 12U group around pretty well. Coaching with Next Gen. I'll be honest. Every year I'd always hit Next Gen games all the time. One of my players for the Little Jackets, Hassan Woolery, he played for the East. I'm with the West, but he played for the East. I always wanted a coach on the Next Gen, to be honest. It was always something to look forward to. It reminded me of the high school all-star, East versus West. It was always something to look forward to, especially with the youth, seeing your ex-players getting to that level, 8th grade, preparing for the next step, and seeing how they do against the rest of the Valley. It's a preview. It's a really, really good preview of what's to come. You see a lot of these great players playing on those teams, and it translates towards the high school, usually to the next step. Some of them get to play varsity, the next year at 9th grade, 10th grade, So I'm pretty certain this group of kids, Next Gen group, we're going to be seeing them underneath those Friday night lights. Some of those East players I was able to coach also as well when I was in ELSA or with the All-Star Showcase. So I know a lot of them are going to do pretty well next year, and going forward for the next 4 years.
We appreciate you. I know, Coach Lopez, Mark Lopez, I helped out a little bit last year. And this year he came to me, asked me, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to in that. Because, you found out how old school I am, right?
Yeah.
And the frustration that just to be able to have the boys and teach them some of the things that's going to be important for them in the next level. How has that been for you? Being able to watch these boys, knowing what you know, and trying to instill in them what the difference is going to be between what they've been doing right now and jumping into high school.
You know, coming here usually in youth sports, you don't have that much time to work on the little things, and you know that's something that I've been meaning to talk to you about to tell you how appreciative I am of you teaching some of my boys a lot of the things on the O line. You know, with Santiago, with John, with Christian, Bear. You know, all of those guys were. I thought they were good, but now they're getting better because of those a lot of those little small things that you instilled. You know, the way you said, you know, you could go team all the time, but it's the small things that's going to get you to the next step, and you know, prepare us to win that game coming Friday and the games, you know, Saturdays or Friday night, Saturdays, Sundays. You know, if they ever make it to the pros, you know, it's been real different. Also taking a backseat. You know, I'm so used to taking the lead on a lot of things, and this next gen, you know, I've been taking a backseat, seeing how you guys coach, how you guys run things, learning, taking one everything I learned from you guys and instilling it towards my gladiator practice. So you know, it's been a little bit of a change, but I like it. You know, I never get to follow defense, and this time I'm following defense.
Well, I appreciate that, you know, and you and Coach Mark Rendon and Coach Danny, that's also coaching with your squad with the Gladiators, and I know Coach Banda helping us out. It makes it easier, you know. I learned a long time ago from my high school coach, Coach Richard R. Flores. You know, you're only as good as who the people you surround yourself with. And head coaches don't know everything about everything. They know a little bit about everything. So they bring the people in that know what they need to know in those different positions and different scenarios and different sets. And that's what makes you great. You're willing to give that baton to somebody else to go out there and get those kids ready while you oversee things and make sure that's implemented properly. Then that's all you need to do. And I really appreciate you guys because I believe we have a great bunch of coaches. I think we're gonna have an opportunity to do well. I think the boys are in a better place because of you guys, and I really appreciate that. I'm excited about watching Friday night, be on the sidelines, and all the things, the frustration, all the hard work, all the practices that we've put in and the boys have put in to this point. And I'm excited about seeing that for Friday night. You know, and again, I thank you. I thank Coach Mark Rendon, Coach Danny, Coach Banda for being patient with me, to be understanding, to be open minded. And I learned that a long time ago too. You know, you have to be able to roll with the punches to be successful. Because if you're you got blinders on and it's only your way or the highway, that's when you have problems. Yeah. So, and I really appreciate you guys, man. I'm excited about Friday night. You have anything, the beast?
No, but how does it feel he being the sideline? Because I remember I used to I was how does the how does the
It's
he was like, how's practice? And he's like, ah, yeah, yeah.
it's sure it's fun. It's funny. Some of the things he says, you know, some of the kids don't understand the jokes, the older jokes. You know, I understand them, but you know, like I said, it's a trip, but it's a fun one, and you know, I think the kids are gonna appreciate. They're gonna appreciate it more. I think later on in life. You know, right now they're just living the moment, but I think later on they're gonna look back at all those little details and everything that we taught them, and they're gonna think back and say, "Hey, you know, Coach Lozano taught me that." Hey, or another coach in their collegiate career might tell them something that reminds them of Coach Lozano. So you know, it's 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 fun.
That's what we hope for. You know, we hope for the things like that, that we're able to leave a mark for these young men, that they can remember those type of things and moving forward. You know, anything else, Coach?
That's it. You know, good luck to both sides. Injury free, most importantly. At the end of the day, you know, we're all brothers down here. We're all from the valley. We're all representing the RGV. Let's have a clean one. No fighting. Keep it between the whistles. You know, and let's rock and roll and get ready for those Friday night lights.
Appreciate it, Coach. Appreciate your time, and get ready for Friday. Thank you. All right.
Since Saturday.
Oh, I know, right? Thank you, Coach. We're going to go to a small break, and then we're going to be back with a special guest. Thank you.
Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor. The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big.
Gonzalez. So we've been waiting for us for about 10 minutes. He's the one that he coached 33 years in the Division One, Texas, Notre Dame, Wisconsin. He recruited me at TCU. Yeah, especially for somebody like that. Hey, Cole. Hey, welcome back, guys. Appreciate you coming back. Like I said when we
Can't
took a
see him.
break, we've got a special guest on here, really special to me, and a whole bunch of guys all over the country. Gentleman here recruited me. He was a coach, assistant coach at TCU. So we've known each other a little over 40 years. And we're going to have him come on. I'm going to have him introduce himself. And I want to bring on Coach Jimmy Gonzalez. Coach, how you doing this evening? Hold on just a minute. Coach is having a little issue here. Let's see.
His mic and his camera.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. Give me a minute. Okay. All right.
Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor. The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big. Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor. The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big.
Great. All right. I think we got things fixed now. Welcome back. I want to bring on a young man that I've known for a little over 40 years. This gentleman took a 8-hour trip from the DFW area to come to the Rio Grande Valley to recruit this little old Mexican from Edinburgh, Texas. So I'd like to introduce you. I'm going to let Coach give his background and everything, but this is the man that I don't know if it was a good thing or bad thing. Took me to TCU, but this is Coach Jimmy Gonzalez. Hey,
Hey,
Coach, how you doing?
good, Mark. Good, good. I'm glad we
Good.
got through the technical part of it, but good seeing
Yes,
you. It was
sir.
great. It was great seeing you last week. Thursday and Friday,
Yes, sir.
Saturday at the City of Palms Clinic. So I really appreciate our friendship through all these years.
No, I appreciate you, Coach. I had some good conversations, always with you, and then some other guys that always have great things to say about you. You've always been there for all of us throughout all those years. For us,
Well, I
just a
appreciate.
testament to who you are.
No, I appreciate that. It's funny you saying that. I just got to, I'm a big relationship guy. Whether it's 40 years or a few years, I just got a text back from one of our former players at UTEP who's playing for the Seahawks, and just
Right.
wanted to congratulate him. Yesterday's game, he played on special teams. They got quite a few downs as well, but
Right.
so it's fun. He just texted me back, said, "I appreciate you, Coach." So that I appreciate those guys always, and you as well, always keeping in touch. It means a lot.
No, same here, Coach. That you remember us little guys from all those years ago. We appreciate. So I appreciate you coming on the show. We're promoting or celebrating our sixth annual Next Gen 14U Bowl game that we're going to have Friday night. So it's a great opportunity for these kids to come out, have their future high school coaches check them out, and get a little bit of a taste of what the transition from junior high to high school is. But you know what? I apologize. I jumped the gun. I want you to give everybody your background, your resume, and where you've been, Coach.
Okay, it'll probably take a few minutes, but no, I've been very blessed. I'm a Schertz, Texas native. My dad was in the military. We moved back down there back in the '70s. That's how old I am. Went to high school down there. Then I wound up going and playing football at Texas Lutheran. I was recruited by a guy named Jim Wacker, and then Coach Wacker wound up leaving and going to North Dakota State. But I went there and played, and then my first coaching job in 1981 was in the Judson School District. I was in middle school. Frank Arnold was the head football coach in Judson. They were starting pretty good, going that dynasty. D.W. Rutledge was the D coordinator. D.W.'s a great friend. We used to paint houses together 45 years ago to make extra money on the side. And then I was fortunate. I got on as a graduate assistant at then Southwest Texas in 1982. After that 1 year there in the Judson District, and we went 14-0 and won the Division II national championship, and we actually wound up playing in what was the Palm Bowl in 1982 there in McAllen. We beat Cal Davis for the Division II national championship. And I always tell people we had really good coaches, but we had great players. We had 6 guys off that D2 team playing the NFL. And then from there, Coach Wacker got the job at TCU. So I went with him to TCU as a graduate assistant for 2 years, and my time was up. I went back to my old school in the spring of '85, Texas Lutheran, as a defensive coordinator. I was just there for the spring, and then I got a break. I got hired at the University of Tulsa and was there 2 years. And then our head coach got the job at Wisconsin. He was a Midwest guy named Don Morton. I followed Don to Wisconsin, and I was coaching corners at the time, cornerbacks. A guy named Lovie Smith was coaching the outside backers, and Craig Bowl, future head coach at Wyoming, president of American Football Coach Association, he was coaching the inside backers. And that was when we were all 28 years old, 26, 28 years old, a long time ago. Well, spent 3 years at Wisconsin. Actually coached 5 years in Big Ten, 3 years at Wisconsin, 2 at Northwestern in Chicago and Evanston, and then went to the University of Oklahoma, was for 2 years. Then I went to Duke for a couple years, and then I got hired at Texas. I got out of the coaching per se, on the field coaching. I became the director of football operations for John Makovic there. And I always say my first year there, we won the first Big 12 championship, and on my second year there, we got fired. But that's Texas, you know. So I was at Texas for 2 years, and then I got hired at West Point. Spent 4 years up at West Point as director of football operations, recruiting coordinator. Was fortunate to be a part of the 100th Army Navy game. Then wound up going to Notre Dame. I worked for Ty Willingham for 2 years as the director of player personnel. And then I went to work for Mike Gundy at Oklahoma State for 4 years. I was out of coaching for quite a few years. And then a good friend of mine by the name of Dana Dimmel, who had been the head coach at a very young age at Wyoming and Houston, had a Kansas State background. He was the head coach here, and he hired me as the director of recruiting. I've been out here in El Paso. So I was at UTEP the 21, 22, and 23 seasons. And that's kind of been it, man, from the coaching standpoint.
Well, that's just a little bit, coach. Isn't there any more?
Is it? You
That's
don't
it,
need
man.
any more?
That
You should run for president, coach.
That was it, man. That
Hey,
was it.
but
I've
the thing,
been very
the
fortunate.
thing of it is, anybody in the football world, all you have to do is say Coach Gonzo, and they know who that is. You
I don't
know.
know if that's good or bad. You know, through all these years, we don't know if it's good or bad.
The
but-
ones I've talked to is pretty good. Well, you know, also one of the guys I believe you coached in college isn't he like the second? I guess how could I say the right hand man of the NFL commissioner?
Yeah, Troy Vincent. I was fortunate to coach Troy. He was a great. He was from PA, and we signed him at Wisconsin. Great player. Was like the 5th player chosen in the '92 draft. Played 13 years in the league. Troy's a friend. We keep in touch. He's currently the director of football operations for the NFL. So if he's not Roger Goodell's right hand guy, he's kind of in that top 3 or 4. But Troy, we still keep in touch through the years. He's been great. He's been great.
That gives everybody idea the people that you've been around through your life, coach, and that we all appreciate you and remember that. Again, thank you.
No, my pleasure.
I wanted to go back to what we were talking earlier, you know, about the kids and moving up to the next level. You know, you being a coach as long as you have, what do you guys look for in a athlete, you know, student athlete that, you know, you want to say take to Wisconsin, to Notre Dame? You know, I mean, I know any level you need some great athletes, but especially at the highest level, that Power 5 school, Power 4, what are you looking for in an athlete, character, things like that?
Yeah, all those things. I mean, yes, character. I mean, athleticism. You know, you got to have the grades, obviously. You know, I got to be honest. You know, as coaches, we get caught up in measurables, and measurables by I mean size, numbers, speed. You know, I'm a big track guy, so if you're playing a skill position, you know, I want to see. You know, I want to see some 100-meter times. If you're a big lineman, if you're not playing baseball, you know, you know, if you're not a first baseman or catching as a big lineman, you need to be throwing the shot and discus, in my opinion, because that just tells me a lot. So those are some things, but it is. I mean, you know, you try to find out as much as you can from a work ethic standpoint, family standpoint, academically, what kind of person they are, and then you determine their athleticism and depending upon your wants and needs that year in recruiting, because they're different every year, but at the highest level, you get caught up in measurables, you know, especially in the linemen and things of that side on both sides of the ball. That's the truth of the matter.
You know, I'm glad you touched on those things because sometimes, you know, I think we've talked about it this weekend, you know, how everything has changed, you know, around the world. And of course, in athletics with the NIL and, you know, I guess the commitment from athletes and to their school and then jumping because they just got a whole bunch of money. You know, does the mindset and work ethic and being coachable still matter, or are we beating a dead horse? You know, or you know what has, you know, has anything changed that, or is it still the same, even though you get all these things that are going right now in college sports?
In my opinion, I think
We froze.
that's still. Did I freeze? Did I freeze? You got me? You can hear me? Can you hear me? In my mind, that all those factors still apply. I mean, I think you've got to have that foundation, the mindset, the work ethic. I mean, you look at the old school. You mentioned it, earlier with that young man.
Right.
Kirk Signetti, what they just did at Indiana. I'm all for that, man. And you look at what Coach Saban did forever. He coached them hard. He coached them hard, and I think the great players that want to get better, they want to be coached hard.
Right.
They want to be coached hard. They want to get after them because they want to get better. They want to get better. But who are those great players? All these so-called 5 stars. Well, if all these 5 stars, in my opinion, would maintain that 5-star level, well, that's all we'd have playing in pro football. But we don't have that. We don't have just 5 stars. So there's just a lot of different factors. One of the things I learned from Tyrone Willingham right after he hired me, he didn't ask me this during the interview, but the first day of spring ball, we're walking around, and I was the director of players, so now I'm gonna evaluate and see. He wanted me to evaluate every person on the staff, so I got to know them, got to watch them, and just basically where we're sitting. But then he asked me a question. He goes, "Hey, how do you define toughness?" And I just kind of gave me the regular answer. I couldn't think of anything. We're just standing in the middle of the practice field in the facility or indoor facility that year at Notre Dame, and I looked at him and I said, "Well, Coach, I don't think you're very pleased with that answer." And he goes, "No, I kind of expected that." I said, "Well, how do you define toughness?" And he says, "Attendance. Check their attendance." Okay, because nowadays kids would say that they don't want to go to school. They come up with an excuse. And he says, back in my day, he says, we didn't miss school. And so, I said, "Coach, how many days did you miss in junior high and high school?" And he goes, 0. And he asked me how many days I missed. I said, "Coach, in junior and high school, I missed a half a day." And he gave me a wink of his eye. He said, "Okay." So I always remembered that attendance.
No, that's huge. I mean, not only in class but in practice, especially even Little League. What do you think? Let me ask you this. So we get, working with these kids, we've heard a lot where, as youth football players, they would tell them, "Oh, don't worry about coming to practice. Just show up to the game." So does that follow them into junior high, high school, and college? Of course, I guess if they allow it to, but what does it do to their mindset?
Oh, I mean, you got to be a master of your craft, man. You got to work at your craft, and that takes hard work and sacrifice. And that's what you see all these guys. The general public doesn't see all the hard work and sacrifice that is done. They don't see those guys out there working, and working in the off season, getting up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. They get their lift in to get their runs in 3 to 4 times a week. And then during summer, what they're doing during the summer when they're there all summer nowadays, they don't see that. And there's a lot of hard work and sacrifice. I mean, that's the physical part, and then there's the mental part as far as just studying, being a student of the game. Not just watching film when learning how to break it down, learning what you're looking for, a lot of different things. And so I think, just like anything, the earlier you learn what that's about, and it sticks with you, I think the better off you are overall.
Most definitely. I mean, you look at it like when I knew what I wanted to do when I was playing balls at growing up, during the summers, like you said, nobody knows that you're doing this, but we're in the weight room, we're running. My summer jobs were hay baling. In between the running and the gym, and then the practices. That's the mindset that I carried. Maybe I was fortunate because of my father, my parents, but I think those are some of the things that our younger generation, especially right now, need to understand that that's what it's going to take to play at a high level for a consistent amount of time.
Exactly. Yeah,
You know,
exactly. There's some guys that are gifted, and they're able to rely on their athleticism. But there comes a point in time, depending upon what level they want to achieve or play at, that hard work and that work ethic and all that stuff, that sacrifice is gonna be a factor. There's no doubt. I've seen it too many times, and there may be a few guys that can get away with it, but there's just it's too competitive. It's just too much competition out there right now, and that's a great thing about athletics, in my opinion, that it teaches everybody. We don't get guaranteed anything. As a player, you're going to work your tail off, hopefully, and and I think a lot of people say, well, if I put this into it, what am I going to get out of it? Well, you hope you have some success. You hope to win some games, but I think that's a great thing that athletics teaches us, that you put that work in, you sacrifice. There's no guarantee, and it teaches you. The winning teaches you, but not winning also teaches you. I think that's a great thing about football. That's a great thing about athletics in general.
definitely, I agree with you 100%. And one more question I'll ask you before I let you go, because I know you're busy. But it's a question that I've never asked you in 40 years, 42 years of knowing you. Now I'm going to add a couple of guys in there because it wasn't just me, right? So I want to ask you, what did TCU? What? I'm trying to word it right, but wanted you guys to come down to the Rio Grande Valley and recruit and go after some Hispanic guys in the Rio Grande Valley to play at TCU at the Division I level. What caught your guys' eye? When you have all those other athletes all over the country, what was the defining decision for that?
It kind of, and part of it may have started when we were at Southwest Texas. There was a great player, and I think he was from Pleasanton, that we recruited, named Rick Leal. And he could have gone to any Southwest Conference school, and he wound up come to us at Southwest Texas. And Rick, I think, wound up having a knee injury, but just very gifted, great athlete, was coach for a lot of years. And so I think that kind of started it. And so always, Bill Thornton, our old line coach, I think had part of South Texas as well. and through the years, I've always felt there's players down there. But at that particular time, there were three primary players that we considered Division I guys. One was your teammate, Joel Alvarez, another Sam Almeidas, and you. And you played defensive end, and you were very athletic. You moved, you made plays. Came from a great family. Your dad was a coach, educator, all those things. Good student, all those things. I mean, you were recruited by Notre Dame and Rice, which are given. You had to be a heck of a student to get into that place, and we somehow convinced you to come to TCU. Anyway, you were of all the three guys, you were probably the most highly recruited down there, and we were fortunate to get you. So I'm grateful for the 40 plus year relationship that we've had, and it's been very special.
It's things that I get frustrated with sometimes, and it's good to hear it from somebody outside the circle, that hopefully will help some of these boys and these young ladies that have aspirations of playing at the next level and what it takes. So I definitely appreciate the information.
There's a level of football, and not only football, at any sport, in my opinion, for an athlete that wants to pursue it. Now, we all get caught up in D1 because that's what we see. That's what we see on television. But if athletics can serve as a way to help pay for your education, why not? Why not? And in my opinion, it doesn't matter what level it is. I played at little NAIA level. I was very fortunate, and it helped pay for my education. And so that's what I think.
I agree. Any school that wants you is a good school.
Yes. And you got to feel, you got to feel pretty fortunate to be recruited, because when it's all said and done, there's a lot more guys and girls that don't play college athletics because they don't have the grades or not good enough or whatever reason. But so yes, in my opinion, it doesn't matter. I know there's all these Division I. That's all you see because that's all out there. But there's a lot of opportunities at the FCS level. There's 116 schools. They got 63 scholarships they can break up. You got the Division II level. There's 260 of those schools. They've got 30 some odd scholarships they can split up. And then you got Division III schools. They don't have athletic scholarships per se, but they do provide slots and positions. And there's 300 of those schools. And I'm talking football wise. You get into basketball and all that, then more. And then there's the junior college and NAIA. So there's some opportunities out there. But the bottom line is you got to be a player. When that video's on, when that stuff's on, you gotta stick out, man. You gotta stick out. And because that's what it's competitive, and that's what coaches are looking for.
I actually do have a question for you, Coach. How does it? What do you think about these NIL deals, where I see kids tomorrow just transfer? You did your recruiting part, and they're in the portal already. I don't see. There's no loyalty, and it kind of bothers me sometimes. It's like,
I
and then
agree. I agree. What's happened in the last 6 to 7 years? We had the grad transfer. If you graduated, then you could transfer and be automatically eligible. And then we had NIL, and then there's something else. But what's happened in the last 3 to 5 years is changed what the previous 40 plus years I had been in the game. And so I'm not big fan of the NIL, but that's where we're at. That's where we're at. And I hope and pray that the NCAA will somehow get it under control, because it's out of control. People say, well, it's like free agency in the NFL. Well, no, it's not, because they got rules in the NFL. They got deadlines, and they got this, and that, and they're trying to make rules. They're being a lot more reactive, in my opinion, in the NCAA than what's going on at the pro football level. So it's not like free agency. So it's you hear what happened with Coach Sweeney, with Dabo accusing what's going on at Ole Miss. There's a bunch of things going out there, people talking tampering, and I'm sure there's quite a bit of that going on.
Yeah, because users were what? So their average age was 23 years old. So you had a 27-year-old playing.
Yeah. I mean, college football used to be for guys that were 17 when they got in there, 18 to 22, 23 years old. You might be 24 if you redshirt and get out, or had a late birthday. But now you got guys 26, 27. Once again, it's very, I kind of chuckle because I said, I can't believe this is going on, but it is what it is. And I'm just an old football coach just sitting back here going, this is crazy. I'm glad I was in it when I was in it. I miss it. Of course, I miss the relationships, and I still got relationships, but I miss the staff meetings and all that stuff. But I'm glad I was in it when I was in it. I love the game. I still think it's the best game that's ever created. But I hope the NCAA can somehow get it under control. That's to be seen.
Hopefully, yeah.
Back in our day, we had to be careful nobody watches get in free at Billy Bob's.
Yeah, that was there was some other stuff going back in the old days. But
Most definitely. Free
comment.
Free toothpaste, toothbrushes, and a few other things.
And a lot of other things besides that.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely. Yeah. I'm just trying to play under the radar here.
I'm with you, Mark. Yep. I'm with you.
So, Coach, thank you again, man. We appreciate it, and we'll most definitely have you on again.
My pleasure. Yeah, man. I think I've always anything to advocate the game, push the game, to help young people to try to advance and try to play at the next level, but most importantly to continue their education. I think that's what athletics provides at the collegiate level, and it has. I hope these so-called guys that are in the transfer portal and been there 6, they're still going to class, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and not taking tennis and basketball even.
Yeah.
Thank you,
But
Coach.
thank you for having me
Appreciate you,
on.
man.
Appreciate it, guys.
Love you.
Take care. All right.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Hey, guys, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. We're going to bring Jaden back on so we can hear him. I think we missed him. So we'll bring him back on here in a couple, and we'll be done. Mr. Son-
Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor. The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big. Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor. The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big. Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor. The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big.
Sixty gladiators. I think I 12 years. Oh, so you coached my nephew Jared.
Let's go, boy.
Why didn't he come back?
We're gonna go over there.
He wanted with us last year in 13.
Yeah, Jared. Yeah, he's my nephew.
I texted everybody in the group chat, but no response. But I know his mom was out of town a lot, right?
Yeah.
Ready? All right, guys. Hey, we're back. We wanted to bring Jaden back on. Apparently, we had some issues when Jaden was on, so we want to get that out there and get it clarified. Jaden, give us your full name, position you play, junior high you go to, and what high school you're going to be attending.
My name is Jaden Sines. I play running back. I attend at Ida Diaz Junior High, and for high school, I'm going to Hidalgo Pirates.
Okay, so I'm sure Hidalgo's excited about having you. I know I talked to Wheeler. I've talked to Coach Ponce. I know they're excited about you coming up and moving up, and I'm sure you're going to do some good things for them. One of the things I wanted to ask you is, what does Next Gen Bowl mean to you? Being a part of something that's been around for 6 years now, that some of the first guys, they're playing college ball now. What does it mean to you?
It means more than a game to me because it will allow me to show my full potential to others.
Okay. Good answer. You were rehearsing back there, weren't you? So, your experience about attending practices, and being around some old school coaches, especially me. You know, what did you take out of that? You know, I know you guys aren't used to that. So how did you, you know, wrap that around and understand the things that we were trying to give you, to offer you, to help you in the position that you play?
Y'all helped me realize flaws that I had that I hadn't realized before, and y'all helped me fix it.
We appreciate that, and if you're willing and have an open mind to listen to those and then to work on them, then you know I'm excited for what you're going to do at Hidalgo High School, and I'm sure the coaches will too. So, speaking about high school, what are your goals when you get to high school, and do you have aspirations of playing at the next level?
My goals for high school is to develop both as a student and a player to play at my highest potential and college.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard part of this when I had Coach Gonzalez on. If you didn't, I suggest that you guys go back to it and listen to that part with Coach Jimmy, because he talks about that. He talks about the next level, what the things you got to do in high school, and not only playing at a Division 1, but any level in college and high school, what it's going to take to be one of the better ones, right? The work ethic, the mindset. What are you willing to do? You know, it's like we talk about. You got to do uncharacteristic and unnatural things to be better than everybody else. If you're not willing to do those things, then you're going to be like everybody else. So it's what do you want to do? What do you want to be? And if you can do things, then you're going to be able to climb that ladder. You know, looking forward to watching you, especially Friday night. Get out there, do what you got to do. Friday night, 7:30, Brownsville Sports Park, Six Angel next year in Bowl. Excited about seeing you out there, Pop. Thank you. Hey guys, thank you on myself, behalf of Jaime, Nine Toes, McGillicuddy, and the Beast, Olaf Rico. I appreciate you guys. I know it was a little longer than we expected, but we had a lot to cover. Wanted to get these kids out here and wanted to get Coach Jimmy Gonzalez, the infamous, famous Coach Gonzalez. If you didn't hear it now, go back and listen to what he had to say. You'll learn something. And of course, we want to thank, Bar 37, right here on the corner of Business 83 and North 10th Street, just about a block west. Great place. If you don't have a place to come watch the Super Bowl, this is the place to be, man. Beautiful place, great food, awesome widescreen TVs. You're gonna love it. Want to
The
thank
sound system.
MCR Insurance, the sound system, yeah. MCR Insurance, Priscilla. Anything for your insurance news, you got to give her a call, and she'll help you out. Again, guys, thank you for tonight. Thank you for being part of the show, and we'll see you next time. Olaf,
Thank
take it
you.
away.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Y pasión y sabor. The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big.